Good morning and happy Father's Day. This is the Leedskalnin wheel of second version with a couple of extra components. It's spinning about 300 RPM and it's using a Bedini type setup with a little coil here, 24 gauge, a couple hundred turns, a Hall sensor, usual circuit amplifier, and it's going through a couple of charge caps, and it's tripping off the neons when the charge voltage gets above 200 volts or 300 volts. It actually wants to go all the way up to 400 volts if I let it, but I don't want to let it. It's also on the suspension system here, so let's, I can show you how I can slow this down to a stop. It has a bit of inertia with the 24 magnets in there. So let's start it up. As you can see, it picks up fairly good. I'm going to stabilize the top a little bit, but top end's probably about 300 RPM, and it uses about 8 watts. The cool thing is the ignition coil seems to enhance the charge voltage. If I take off the neons here and let the charge voltage go up, as you can see, the charge voltage goes all the way up to, looks like 400 volts or more than 400 volts, which is kind of surprising. And one end of the coil is connected to ground. I'll show you the circuit in a minute. Now if I put the neons back in, you can see, well, it needs to have a high enough voltage to fire the suckers. Well, there you go. Now they're firing off. Okay. All right, well, thanks very much. And now I'll show you the diagram. I get this thing out of the way. Here's the bottom of the disc magnet on the bottom. The disc magnet on the bottom there, in opposed. So now the circuit diagram is we have your standard setup. We have a Hall sensor and negative going signal to the first transistor, PNP, which inverts the signal, so you have a positive signal going to the gate of the power MOSFET. Then the power MOSFET then triggers the coil L1, which is just 24 turns, or excuse me, number 24 wire, a couple hundred turns, just a monofilar. Then we have the neons, and we have a single charge diode for the charger, and then it goes the couple of neons there I showed you in series, and they have the ignition coil, car ignition coil there for the, it tends to enhance the charge voltage. And there, I'll stabilize this. Okay. Thanks very much, and happy Father's Day.